Good evening, and welcome to the 50th anniversary of the chartering of the chapter of Johnstown Delta Chi, as well as the 60th anniversary of the founding of Phi Delta Psi. This is an event which celebrates not only our founding and our chartering, but even more remarkably, the steadfast carrying on by the many brothers who have followed us. My name is Roger Ritter, and I was honored to be the first A of the Johnstown colony. And now I'm even more deeply honored to be welcoming all of you to tonight's banquet and program. Back then, we recognized the need for strong foundation to increase the chances for longevity of the fraternity. UPJ was not yet a four-year school, and most brothers transferred to Oakland in only 1 or 2 years. As our fall 1969 pledge class graduated to become brothers of Phi Delta Psi, the existing brothers, many of them, made very strong suggestions that we, long-term, need to affiliate with a national fraternity. They did some preliminary research, actually, and had already had it worked up for us. Richard Atkins, Jack Biancotti, and they passed all of that on to us new brothers. In 1970, under Larry Widmer's leadership, I was assigned the task of a feasibility study to further evaluate the national affiliation suitability and options. There was a short list which was quickly developed, and it actually started to include some personal acquaintances of our brothers with brothers of other fraternities in other colleges. Well, personally, I happen to know Thomas Becker from the Penn State chapter of Delta Chi, and he suggested that I include Delta Chi in my research. As it turned out, Delta Chi was truly the best match to our Phi Delta Psi established values and goals. And through Delta Chi's representative, Paul Bowman, they seemed to be the most anxious to accept us. We became a colony of Delta Chi, and after only 18 months, we became a chapter on Founders Day 1972. That is what we celebrate tonight. But you know, the whole process of laying a strong foundation on which to build was actually the easy part. As I mentioned earlier, it's the strength of the character and leadership of all you brothers who followed us that has made this celebration possible. You have managed the dramatic changes and evolution of Johnstown Delta Chi to be what it is today. Current brothers, please continue to participate and lead in other campus organizations as well. You help to make UPJ strong. Much of what I experienced during my brief time of fraternity life has often been applied to other aspects of my life. My hope is that all current and not so current brothers call on your own fraternity life experiences throughout your lives. One other clarification before I leave you. To all brothers who pledged during the era when memorization of the names of all the A's was in force, I honestly had nothing to do with that. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I recently retired, moved to Florida. We live in a community that has a lot of lakes and ponds, and at every lake and every pond, there's one alligator. And I have learned in Florida to watch out for the alligators because I hear that an alligator bite can be very painful. I hope none of you have been bitten by an alligator. Thank you all for being here. Have a great time this evening and weekend. Here's to the next 50 years right there. God bless you all, and God bless Delta Chi.